Going with me?
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
We're on the high V tonight.
We don't have high V's.
Once you start the podcast, you can never leave.
What?
And welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode number 59, being recorded on November 20th, 2018. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions on topics about science, technology, and random shit with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. And welcome tonight. We've been off for a few weeks, and we apologize for the delay in our weekly podcasts. We
I
are
apologize to no one.
okay. I'll thumbs up that. Tonight we're joined with a special guest, Derek, from a remote location, and we have our remote reporter Matthew, who is also remote tonight, I guess.
Remotes all around.
Everybody's remote. Why not? Anyway, what's not remote is robots that are going to start remodeling your home. So these are some Japanese robot contractors. I mean, have you ever wanted to have a robot install drywall in your house?
I mean, I just want to know if these are do these robots come with the robot that builds the cheap ass concrete house that we looked at that one time?
I'm pretty sure that no. I'm going to go.
Oh,
If you want to drywall your concrete house,
I'm way less excited.
I mean, I just want to know, can it actually tape and mud my seams better than I can or not?
What does this robot look like?
It looks like a human, more or less. It's a humanoid-shaped robot. It has arms and hands, and it is shown, if you watch the video, it is shown picking up drywall and screwing it to the wall.
Does it have a name? Like Dan the Drywall Machine?
It's called the Advanced Industrial Science and Technology Robot.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, no. Actually, its name is HRP5P. So, HRP5P.
Oh.
It's better than the diagram showing the labels for the feet and arms. I can't make heads or tails of what those symbols mean.
Who would buy these things? Like contractors?
Well, I guess so, because apparently a 2013 Oxford University study said that drywall installers were at a 79% chance of being replaced by robots.
Wow.
So they said that the construction industry is outsourcing labor to robots.
What else was on that list?
CouncilCast employees.
Bricklaying, carpentry, and tile setting.
Huh.
So
I feel like there's so much nuance and I don't know. I've never done drywalling, so I guess I don't. But there's got to be situations where the robot would be like, "I'm stumped."
I mean, it's only good if you're putting up a single sheet of drywall, I would imagine. Like, if you have to cut it around something, I don't think the robot's going to be very good at that.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Because what about all the different angles in a house and the small sections that are only a foot wide? It can't cut any of that. I'm assuming it only does 4x8, right?
I mean, it could if we strap lasers to the thing. Just don't make them weapons grade though.
Sounds like Cyborg's about to throw
down.
Asking for it.
I mean, I think that would be pretty sweet if he did have lasers and could cut his own drywall.
Do they have a video of this thing working?
Yeah.
Is it sick?
No, it's super slow.
Oh.
I mean, he does have a drywall nail gun thing.
I mean, it might be slow, but I assume the advantage is that it can just work 24/7.
I mean, I would assume until you have to plug it in to charge.
Oh.
I mean, it seems really, really slow and very specific. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he doesn't break it, to be honest. So I mean, I don't know. They're coming for your jobs.
It's not my job.
I wonder, like, yeah, I wonder how much one of these things costs. Like, how long would it take for you to recoup your costs? Like, even though you're drywalling 24/7, like, if you're doing it as part of a remodel, would you really want it working, like, at night?
Does it not mention how much one costs?
No, it does not. It's like a some. It's a technology demo, basically.
I'm willing to bet I can pay Matt less than one of these.
I mean, I'm sure I could
Maybe.
pay a lot of people less than I could a robot. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool because we certainly have a shortage of some of these skilled laborers, and to be honest, their labor rates are going up because of it. So to automate some of it with robots, I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
I mean, I'm all about automation, so I'm pretty aboard the thumbs up train. It's not really thumbs up in this thing taking somebody's job because I mean it sounds like it needs a few more iterations before that happens.
I think I'm with Matt. I'm on the thumb sideways just because I mean, yeah, it can nail and stuff, but why would you build it as a humanoid? I mean, I'm watching the video and I feel like there would be a much more effective solution here that would just involve some sort of traditional track-like robot that drives up to this damn thing.
Yeah, where you put a
Rides up
bunch
to
of
the
drywall
wall.
in, like they're
It's got,
freaking, like it's a
six nail
freaking.
guns and just goes
Like
and it's done.
I mean, this thing would be like a drywall clay pigeon shooter.
Heck yeah.
like just let's speed this process up.
Heck yeah, man. I'm thinking we just, throw it down, get a couple nail guns, butt it, do it all at the same time. Bam.
What if it actually stuck to the wall instead, and as it laid it down, it could like rover over to the next piece and like pull a piece off its back and slap it down?
I don't think we're getting far enough. I think you ought to be able to just sit in the middle of the room and just shoot it from the middle of the room to the wall.
I think I hear an Elon Musk pitch back.
Yeah, save that. You don't want to waste those pitches.
Don't give it all up yet. All right. Well, speaking of space being awesome, you guys heard the Hubble Space Telescope was having some issues a few weeks ago?
No, tell me more.
Its gyroscope was failing. So they have I think originally had 7 gyroscopes, and I think 4 of them have all died so far because this thing is old. And the last one, or there's 2 of them, I think, running. One of them shut off as a backup, and they were having issues with one of the ones that was still running. And turns out that they just fixed it by turning it off and turning it back on again.
Did they try that with the other ones?
I don't know why you wouldn't have tried that first. I mean, is it that big of a production to turn off the Hubble Space Telescope?
Apparently, it is because they say it's 1,000 times more complex than simply hitting a switch.
And we don't even have the James Webb ready as a backup, do we?
Not yet.
Huh.
So I mean, whatever would we do if the Hubble Space Telescope was down and the hot girl at the beach was standing out there and you couldn't get eyes on?
So you mean to tell me I can't look at those nebulas anymore?
Oh, zing!
I mean, come on now.
That was lame.
It's like staring at the sun, man. Just don't look directly at it.
I mean, I think that's awesome that they got it up and running again, because this thing is they said that the gyro they were trying to fix has been off for more than 7.5 years. So
really?
Yeah.
How old is Hubble now?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Doing it live.
Race you to it. 25 years.
Launched in 1990.
Wow. What's that movie? The one where the old men astronauts go to space. What did they go to fix? I can't remember. It was
the one where they blow things up. Armageddon.
No. The older than that. What's that?
Space Cowboys.
Yeah.
What do they go fix?
I can't remember. I just remember that one of the guys they get to go is like he's like a can't see, like almost blind roller coaster tester.
Yeah, he was like, I want my own crew, and then they're like, okay, and it's like a whole bunch of rejects.
Yeah, and he's like eating a banana while he's on a roller coaster, making notes about like the turns.
They went to fix a failing satellite, starring Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that's who I thought. Clint Eastwood and
It's a Russian satellite and veers off course.
Oh, it houses 6 nuclear missiles. That's why they wanted to go there.
Oh.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, I've seen it once, and it was a real long time ago.
IMDb rated it at 6.4 stars.
That's not bad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's about time they could probably remake that movie about going and fixing the Hubble Space Telescope. And it's just like a bunch of people in a room, and they're like trying to figure out how to turn it off and turn it back on again.
We can't find the switch.
I'll give it a thumbs up because that's one old ass telescope. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up for sure. I'm surprised it's still running.
I mean, we have other satellites that don't even make it more than a couple of years. So,
dude,
We're off the ground.
all the romaine at Hy-Vee is gone.
it should be.
I know.
Gross.
Yeah, your public safety announcement today is don't eat romaine.
Do not.
Is it all E. coli?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They announced that it's all romaine, all of it.
Yep. Just get rid of it. What else I would like to get rid of though is robocallers.
Oh yeah.
I put this in here because this was right before the election when everybody I think was just getting about 1 billion robocalls a day on average. And apparently the FCC says that it is going to, quote, take action in 2019 if carriers aren't doing enough to fight robocalls. So have you guys had the same issue I have where you get a bunch of people calling you?
Every day. I just want to know who answers.
I don't know.
That's who we need to get on this podcast. Give me somebody who actually answers these phone calls because I can't imagine that this crap works.
Well, I don't know. How about next time somebody calls, you answer it?
But you know what also doesn't work? The FCC. So, I mean, come on now.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that Mr. Pie is doing anything about this at all. So,
yeah.
I'm surprised he isn't like, hey, I'll sell everybody's phone numbers so that I can make more money.
That's probably what was really in the 14 letters he sent out to the CEOs and said, hey, I got a side deal for you.
Give me all access to your phone number database and I'll make you.
I'll cut you in.
That sounds awesome. I mean,
I even like the FCC logo. It's like they're trying to be cool.
Which FCC logo?
The one with a C inside a C.
Oh, I mean, that's a government agency, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, when was the last time you heard about a cool government agency?
I mean, nobody's cool anymore.
It's all hip.
And I'm up for stopping robocallers because it is honestly gotten out of control.
Yeah,
agreed.
it's multiple times a day.
So, I mean, I'm good for it. I just don't know if the FCC can really do anything about it. I mean, somebody needs to do something. I feel like every other day I'm blocking more calls because I got like 3 calls from the same number in one day. No
yes. I'm on board. Thumbs up.
Thumbs down because, I mean, screw robocalls, man.
Is that why you're going down instead of up?
Yep.
Because this makes sense.
Thumb down to robocalls.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't like robocalls, maybe you like legally repairing or jailbreaking your phone or voice assistants. So this is that the U.S. Copyright Office has ruled some major changes to the legal exemption to the DMCA making it easier for owners to build software tools to hack, modify, and repair their own devices. So this is apparently was a big thing where there was a big court case, I think, where there was people who were getting sued for basically creating jailbreaks and offering kind of repair parts for repairing your own devices. And so apparently they are now saying, the government, the U.S. Copyright Office, to be specific, is now saying that you can now legally jailbreak and modify voice assistant devices. You can now legally unlock new phones, not just used ones. There is a general exemption for repairing phones, home appliances, and home systems. So apparently you can now do all of that. And it is also, this is actually, I think, one of the more interesting ones, which is it's legal to now repair cars, tractors, and other motorized land vehicles by modifying software on your own. This is most common because of John Deere and their tractors, saying that people can actually modify stuff their own. And then lastly, it's legal now for other third parties to do these kind of repairs on your behalf. So it gives a little bit more legitimacy to those cell phone repair shops that you go into, and they can now do it, I guess, which is good for everybody who likes fixing their own stuff.
I mean, I think this is a really good thing because, like, when you take a step back, right? Why can they corner that market and hold all of it, right? This is kind of like your third-party entrant coming in and saying, look, you guys are charging way too much for this, and you basically have a monopoly on the market. And finally, I mean, I don't understand why you need the government to back this. This should be a no-brainer out of the box, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some concerns from the manufacturers that, oh, somebody's going to steal it, or they're going to do something with our device that we never intended. But
that's always the case with everything. I could take a screwdriver and stab somebody through the heart. Nobody said, oh, yeah, that's what the screwdriver is for. Come on.
Whoa.
That went pretty far.
It got dark.
But seriously, like, what? Come on, man. I bought the product. Let me do what I want with it.
And I think that's fair. You know, if you own your device, you should be allowed to do whatever you want with it.
Now, in the terms of a warranty, okay, you bricked it. That's on you. But come on.
That's fair. But at least you can now fix it. If you did brick it, you can now legally get the software to unbrick it if somebody has developed it. Because there was, there was a thing where somebody got in trouble for selling like unbricking software or something like that. And so like there was like, you can't sell it, but you can distribute it to people, but you can't sell it or something like that. And this is kind of saying, yeah, that's okay now. So I mean, I'm going to give it a thumbs up because it's good. I like repairing my own stuff, and I want to keep being able to do that.
I'm with you. I don't have a webcam, so you can't see me, but I'm thumbs up too.
So kind of along the same lines, though, is that the next story here is Motorola and iFixit are selling official DIY phone repair kits. So now that you can legally repair your phone, I actually thought this was awesome because iFixit, which is everybody knows, I think, pretty much is having repair manuals and hardware available to purchase. They are partnering with Motorola to sell an official Motorola parts to repair your phones. So far, the kits they're for the Moto
Turbo 2.
Turbo 2, Moto Z Play, Moto X.
Man, after hearing Turbo, I'm suddenly interested.
That road gets you going.
I'm all about anything that says turbo.
Android Turbo from Motorola.
Oh man, you should have seen me when we had those computers with the turbo buttons.
Does it make it go faster? Do you feel it? Is it like a turbocharger?
It actually made it go slower.
Well, now you can repair it. Maybe your turbo button was broken, and now you can repair it through iFixit. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I thought that was pretty sweet. You know, people want to be able to get a hold of original OEM hardware for repairing parts, and
Hey,
Motorola.
for real. This seems like a win-win. Motorola probably makes money on the parts. iFixit makes money on selling the kits and getting it, and you don't have to pay as much. It's a win-win-win.
I'm all about being able to repair your own stuff.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what it is, though. Like, there's a pretty fine line between, like Tesla's getting into a little bit of trouble with this kind of stuff because they really don't want people messing with their cars.
Yep.
So there's like an entire like underground movement of like people that are working on Teslas, like out of warranty ones that have been like crashed at the dump and stuff and can't get support for them at all. Like the manufacturer's just like, nah. So I don't know. It's kind of a shady area, but like I understand why a company wouldn't want somebody digging into their thing and then claiming that there was something wrong with it, like warranty related. Like after they fucked it up.
True.
What if you? Let me spin that a little bit. What if they find a safety concern?
Who?
What if we're digging into the code, you and me, and we found something that we
Just
thought warrants
us?
safety? Yeah. Come on,
man.
It's the CouncilCast.
Buddy. Yeah.
I got faith in you. How do you feel then?
If we're digging through the code and I think that if we were digging through the code of like Tesla stuff and we had context and could say that there was an issue, I don't think I would hope that they would be just happy to have the responsible disclosure. Now, if you got on the internet and were like, Tesla fucked up, everybody stop driving your car, motherfucker, like, don't buy this shit, like, that's a different story. But
Fair.
Depending on what it is, maybe it warrants that.
Right.
Maybe at any moment there's a 50-50 chance that your Tesla's just going to burst into flames. Like, and that's the one where you take the nuclear option.
Yeah. That's all I'm just saying, there's good and bad. That's all,
I do think that right to repair is a thing that's super important. Mm-hmm. Like, I shouldn't be barred from repairing my goddamn cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's a little ridiculous. But, and to be fair, the right to repair says, you can legally do it, but it doesn't say that the company has to necessarily help you either. So,
yeah. Well, car stuff is interesting because aren't car manufacturers required to make parts for a certain amount of time? It's like 15 or 20 years or some shit, or 10 years.
Yeah, probably. I'm a lot of that's picked up by aftermarket people though too. So
yeah, for sure. Like the Chinese part manufacturers hit the market, sell it for half the price, and make a shitload of money.
Yeah. Yeah, so but they don't have to provide those parts to you as a consumer. They have to provide them, or are probably providing them to their authorized service dealers or something, like through a dealer network or whatnot. Right.
I'm not sure what the agreement actually is. I just know they're obligated to make parts for a certain amount of time. Because like what you don't happening is them making a vehicle and making it obsolete via not making replacement parts 2 years from now.
Oh,
which they would do. They would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. It's just like electronics today. You can't get parts for forever, so granted, they don't typically last as long, but I don't know. I think the right to repair is good. I think getting parts directly from the manufacturer is pretty good. So I give it all a thumbs up. No other thumbs up.
I'm also going to give that a thumbs up. I'm trying to get to my computer. I just got home.
Oh,
So we're not remote anymore.
we're going from remote to in the office.
Yeah, to not remote.
We're unremoting Matt. All right, our next story up is self-transforming robots. So actually, I thought I put this on here because this is under the cool and weird shit section. And I think that this robot would have been a better choice for making our drywall robot.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that this would have made Silas's Iron Man suit work from like a couple episodes ago, where he talked about having little robot shield pieces that like climbed up you and then assembled itself into your armor.
Oh yeah.
So these are like little robots and they connect up to each other. They have like a bunch of wheels and stuff so they can drive around on their own and then make something really big. Or something. I'm not really sure. I thought this was just really cool.
Does it do anything other than transform?
Yeah, it just transforms into whatever you want.
Does it do anything?
I'm not really sure. You can do whatever you want with it.
I mean, it is interesting. I like the idea. It just doesn't seem functionally practical without a specific purpose.
Apparently, they placed it in a new environment and assigned a task like picking up garbage or mailing a letter. That seems like a pretty complex thing. So it actually decides what to do. So it scanned. So what they did was they put it in an environment, gave it a task. It created a map of its surroundings, and then the system decided what physical transformation is required to fulfill the task, such as changing into a snake-like robot to climb up a set of stairs or forming an elongated arm to reach into a narrow corridor.
So it decided what to do all on its own?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're saying that future applications are like search and rescue and bomb disposal, which that'd be pretty sweet. Like if you had a robot that could bring something and like it ran into an obstacle along the way, it could actually reform itself to maybe overcome the obstacle.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh, indeed.
Seems like an interesting idea. I mean, I'm going to give it a thumbs down because it's clearly not an Iron Man suit. So
Whoa. I'm a thumbs up because it's pretty cool.
I'm afraid of cyborgs, so I'm going thumbs
Afraid
down.
of cyborgs. That's fair. It's a valid fear.
I mean, have you seen the Terminator?
Yeah, but I don't think he's quite there yet.
It said it can change into anything.
Ooh. You make a good point.
Oh, that's a very good point. Maybe it could change into a car because cars are man's new best friend.
Oh.
So
it's not a dog?
Not a dog. It's now your Tesla. Elon Musk now says that the Tesla summon feature will follow you like a pet. So I can only imagine that you're gonna be like walking down the hallway somewhere, and like all of a sudden your car goes, "Oh yeah!" through the wall.
Thumbs down.
Through the wall.
Thumbs down. Who gives a shit? I don't need my car to follow me around right behind me.
I mean, I'm all for the like getting into tight spaces capability, but like I don't see what this adds.
I like the being able to drive it from your phone, or if it could go park itself after it drops you off.
Yeah.
But I don't really need it to follow me. That seems a little extreme.
Wait, is this new? I thought it already did this.
Well, he's talking about like an upgraded version of it.
Okay. I mean, I'm with you. I like the idea if you could like really like drive up to the front of a store and be like, go park yourself, and it goes finds a spot and parks. I'm on board.
That'd be pretty sweet. Or even if it just like drove around. I mean, who cares? You don't no parking spot available? Just go, I don't know, drive around the block 100 times and come back for me.
That seems efficient.
Who cares? It's an electric battery.
Because that doesn't have any cost either.
Absolutely not.
Got it.
Then go plug yourself in at the charge station.
That would
That's
be
what we
cool
should
too,
do.
actually, if you could just send it to a charge station and then say come back when you charge it up.
I mean, I think I'm gonna give this thing a thumbs up because I want to drive my Tesla like a remote controlled car.
No, you just want to see James Bond in action and driving from the back seat like they did in
Ah, that's a good idea.
GoldenEye or whatever.
That's a good one. I forgot that he did that. Totally Q's dream right there.
I'm going thumbs down because it says follow you like a pet. I want a real pet.
I already thumbs downed it.
You don't get another vote.
What about Elon Musk claiming that his 420 tweet was totally worth it, man?
Boo.
I hadn't seen that he had claimed it was totally worth it, but I'm not surprised.
He tweeted on October 27th, 2 words, worth it. Right after he had his settlement.
This
So,
is stupid.
I mean, why not? Go and smoke some pot, get fined $20 million.
Thumbs up
Worth
for
it.
dank jokes.
Terrible.
I really don't know how I feel about this. I'm like, part of me is like, all right,
I think he's pushing
was
his
cool.
luck a lot.
you think?
Who gets the money? Who gets the 20 million?
Well, the SEC's fined him
And what do they do with the 20 million for this?
more SEC things, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure what happens with the fine money.
I don't know. It's a good question. They probably go buy a bunch of pot with it.
And yeah.
Actually, they probably went and bought a Tesla with it.
I didn't get the chance to say or either forgot when the Hubble stuff we were talking about that, but thumbs up for space
Ah, yes. Thumbs up for space, as
Yep.
usual.
Nice.
as usual.
All right, I'm gonna give this one a thumbs down because you know what? I just feel like it tonight.
I'm going thumbs down too because I think the Twitter bullshit is dumb, and everybody that sits there on Twitter and posts random shit should just lose it.
That's fair. All right, that wraps up our main topics for tonight. We'll move into our Elon Musk pitches. I think Derek had one up first, so we'll let him go first.
Oh no, I got a totally new idea. I've been pushing
right.
it for a while. You ready for it?
Let's hear it.
So, you know when you're sitting at a bonfire and
Yeah.
it's hot, right? And the front of you is
already got
scorching hot, and the back of you is cold. So we've been doing fires wrong this whole time. What you really should do is have a fire in the middle, have a ring of people, and then surround all the people with fire. So that way you're warm on both sides.
How does Elon Musk?
So-
fit into
How does
this?
Elon Musk? Yeah. What is his part?
Do we light the fire with his joint?
Yes. When we finally get rid of all the Teslas that they're lighting on fire for random reasons, they'll just be put around people, and then you can keep everybody warm forever, and you won't just be warm on one side.
So I'm hearing that we should
Secondary
make
market.
bonfires out of Tesla batteries
Yes,
to keep people warm.
That sounds
but not just the front of them. No way this goes wrong.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I thought too.
I'm all about reusability, I guess, but it seems expensive.
No, man, it's all secondary market. It's when all the cars are crap, and then you need to burn them up.
Use old Tesla batteries.
you write these down?
Yeah, I've decided I'm tracking them so we can remember what we did. Otherwise, we have no record that we ever came up with these ideas.
You'd have to go back and just watch.
I mean, come on, this is way better than the drywall shooter that I came up with before. I mean, who wants to be in the room where some cyborg can shoot drywall at you? I mean, that's like Terminator 2. Did you see the liquid metal version of that show?
Yeah,
Nobody wants that.
I want that.
All right. I think I captured. Are we voting on this one? I'm voting. This is a thumbs down.
I'm also kind of a. I liked where it was headed. It just kind of went downhill.
To be honest, I don't really have a selling point. I just get tired of being at fires and my back being cold and having to rotate like a rotisserie chicken.
I can sympathize with that.
Sorry.
How does Elon Musk play in? Who cares?
All right, Matt. What's your pitch for tonight?
Man, I hadn't really thought about it. I would like it if Elon Musk could make me a better calendar so I would know when CouncilCast is a lot better than showing up 15 minutes late every time.
I remember the first time I tried to use a calendar.
Is this like a physical calendar or a digital calendar?
I mean, either that
Or a
or
space calendar.
I would really like him to branch out into webcams that Derek can afford. apparently. I'm not sure why he doesn't have one.
I mean, because I usually don't cam. You know what I mean?
You don't do your cam shows?
Nah, that's just for you.
Wow.
You're missing out.
More about that audio.
All right, make a better calendar. I'm not really sure where we're going with this one, but
man, I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this. Hey, you shut up. Thumbs up to a better calendar.
Thumbs down. I think that's been done like 20 times since the Mayans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but they had it wrong.
What do you want Elon to do? Call you?
That'd be nice. Elon wake up calls. That's pretty good pitch. You should have went with that.
There you go. I'm adding Matt's.
He gets credit for that
as a derivative.
Yep.
Garbage.
I think that's pretty valid.
I mean, just think about it. Like the Elon wake up calls, he'd call you and ask you why you're asleep, and he's been up 38 hours and he's still in the factory working. Like it would be a total like guilt trip.
Yeah, it'd be like I built 38 cars with my two hands today.
What'd you
I'd probably
do
be confused if it was a robocall, though. I probably wouldn't answer.
It would be like he'd say things like, "What'd you do today? Since you've been asleep, I made $5 million."
Since you went to bed.
Man, that'd be rough.
Man, this I didn't really come up with one either. I'm behind on this one. I kind of feel like there's something he could do. I like this idea of the robocallers. You know, although to be honest, I think that he should just going along with the theme of self-repair, he should come up with he's all about reusing everything, right? So we've talked about how he uses bricks from his tunnels. He's talking about reusing batteries as fires. I mean, this is a thing. I mean, what if he could get into this whole reselling Teslas as like a cheaper car that is also a rocket ship? What if he took all of the old Teslas and he put them into his big Falcon rocket and launched them all into Mars? This is my pitch. He's going to take all the used Teslas, put them in rockets, launch them to Mars. That way, when Mars is being colonized, there are cars for people to drive around so that we don't have to redevelop cars on Mars.
But then we need superchargers.
Yeah, he'll launch a supercharger station on Mars. I mean,
I'm plug it into what?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? He's got solar power.
I mean, I just assume he's going to launch a bunch of power walls up and just send those to Mars already charged.
There you go. I mean, he could recharge the old ones. He gets them back. He recharges them. I mean, they don't lose their battery charge on Mars. I think this would work.
Yeah, it's not cold or anything like that where it'd be difficult to get the energy out.
Here's a question, and I have, like, this could be a real stupid question because I don't even know like the ratios involved. Is Mars so far away that the? Oh yeah, never mind. That's a dumb question. I'm not gonna ask it. We're done.
I'm not even sure where you were going with that.
That's good. I'll tell you after we're off air.
And on that,
All right, with that, we're gonna call this.
I eventually came to realize why it was a dumb question.
We're calling this council meeting adjourned. We thank you for listening, and we thank our guests, visitors remotely from tonight, and the transitions they had to do. Thank you for listening. We record this podcast live on Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and you want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find all the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher.
And we
We have a
record at 8-ish Central.
Yeah, you'll maybe see us somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock starting.
That's usually how it goes.
At 8 Central, and I don't know, give me a time in Southeast Asia as our alternative.
Southeast Asia? I don't know what time zone that is.
8
go
p.m.
10 a.m.
We need
How
to
about-
start giving everything in UTC.
Nah, UTC is for wussies, man.
No, it's for computers. UTC's for wusses.
I'm going with. Oh, god damn it! I'm gonna go with like 11 a.m. and somewhere around India.
Wow.
So, if you want to listen to us live, you can find us on YouTube.
Yeah, you can.
If you have a topic that you'd like our decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com.
You can listen to us while you're chowing down on your samosas and curry of some kind, I suppose.
Yeah, they're
Round,
fried rice.
round lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Did I just say munch time?
It's pretty much all the same thing.
Uh,
You can also search for us on Facebook by searching for CouncilCast or the Twitter, which actually is not working.
yeah, we're never gonna get that back.
Because we're a 13-year-old kid.
We are.
To get it back, Silas has to submit proof that he's not 13.
Thanks for listening, and
Goodbye.